Alright, hello mini haters. Welcome back. Today we will continue our work on the Overgourd. Can you tell I'm kind of hyped about this mini? It's just something since I saw the concept art of it. Hey, Sojan, how are ya? Oh, let me get my paint shaker. Just saying how I'm excited to work on this. Get another coat of Overgourd Orange on some spots that I saw kind of need a little bit of a touch-up. Then we'll work on moving up from there. Well, hey, Bald GM! Nice to see that you're up nice and early. And quick sound check. I assume the sound is good. Correct? You guys can hear me. My lips just aren't moving, and you don't know what I'm saying. Alright, sweet. So yeah, going back over a few parts with the Overgourd Orange. Just because I saw a few spots that need a little bit of a touch-up. And then I'll work on highlighting a few areas on some of the pumpkins. Probably work on the vines tonight, too. So, hey, delay capture. Thanks for swinging by. I hope you get your cousin on, too, and she can watch her. If she's watching over your shoulder, that's great, too. So I hope everyone had a good day, or in Bald GM's case, a good night's sleep, and is ready to start the day. I hope this isn't too out of your wheelhouse for waking up, so, I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't want you to go out of the way just on my account, bud.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there, Kiko. Nice of you to drop by. Okay, so now I'm going to do like the first round of highlights on some of the pumpkin with Explosion Orange. I'm Mr. Torg, and I got one question for you. Explosions? Just don't want to lose too much of your holiday time. Okay. Yeah. Oh, God. Mr. Torg, the best side character in a video game ever. That sentence had too many syllables. Apologize. Oh, hey, Uber Duber's here. Well, thanks for stopping by, old man. You putz. And anybody that doesn't know, Uber Duber is literally my father. And me and my brother call him a putz out of a term of endearment. So, okay. Work on getting... See how good this shows up, actually. I think won't work too bad. Oh, good. Glad you're doing good. Glad you could swing by for a little bit. might need something that has a little bit better of a point. Yeah, this synthetic brush, I don't know how well you can see it. Yeah, it's splitting like that. So it's great for base coats, but if I'm going to be doing some detail work, not that great, sadly. And that is the layer brush too, so should be able to use it for that reason. Well, I hope everyone is doing well on this Monday evening, Tuesday morning for Bald GM. Stupid time zones and everything. Well, the name of the thing is Explosion Orange. Yeah. So see? Explosions? I don't have the cool effects on this channel yet. I don't even know if I could do a graphic overlay like that while I stream. It would be cool, but... So if anybody has any questions, whilst I paint, so that way I can chat and paint at the same time, that would be awesome. Oh hey, Warboy! Thanks for swinging by, bud. Man, full house tonight. Okay, you know what? Let's work. So maybe you weren't streaming tonight. Wasn't letting me in first. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Probably because it had to play an ad, I assume. I'll be only as sorry as I can be for what things I can control. Okay. Oh, I wasn't like... Okay, well... Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Keeping that on camera well enough. I hope this is showing up well enough because it's looking decent on my end. At least the contrast between the two. Oh yeah. Well, I figured now is about the time when I probably should be painting this miniature. Considering Halloween, or as some people call it, spoopy season, is around the bend. Plus, this may or may not be for Sojan's wife, since she's all about that spoopy season. And since I have two of these, then I get to paint another one. Yeah, I bet. I bet she has been since about late July. If we're going to be honest here. Because, you know, anytime she can wear a sweater, it's almost spoopy season. But then again, that means for her, it's all year round. Because, yes, his wife is one of those people that can be cold in the middle of summer. Actually, there's been times where we were gaming, and I had a fan blowing on me because I was sweating. And she was cold and grabbed a blanket. Anyone gonna watch the Jordan Peele Candyman? Probably at some point, just maybe not in the theater. Well, sorry, bud. Sorry that the connection's not great where you're at. I might need to put a little more tack down here because this thing keeps wanting to just come right off. Thanks, Uber. I appreciate it. Waiting for the at-home experience with the Candyman movie. The name of the orange is called Explosion Orange. Are there names on them? Which ones? On the pumpkins? As of right now, no. There aren't names on the individual pumpkins right now. But I know what you're referring to. They aren't carved in there. So, quick little story here. My dad, when we were growing up, well, we had about a quarter-acre lot. And so we had a garden. And every year, they would plant pumpkins for me and my brother. And at one point, they would have us go out and I forget, did you have us pick one or did you pick one for us? But anyways, with the story there, we would go out and see which pumpkins would be me and my brother's. Well, Dad would have gone out and he had carved my name into one pumpkin. Okay, yeah, he picked them out for us, but he didn't tell us that he just said that there were pumpkins in there for us and that we would know because they had our names. Well, he didn't tell us how he did it, but in the pumpkins were old scarred letters that were our names for me and my brother. And we just thought that was magical as hell. We didn't know how he did it. We were too flabbergasted to ask how he did it. So later on we finally did, and he said he would just go out and pick 2 of the pumpkins that looked like they would be growing the best, and he would carve in our names to them while they were still young, and they would then scar over, and he would manage to hide it from us. Well, Greg and I didn't really go into the garden that much anyway, so there wasn't much of a chance of us seeing them, but he managed to hide them from us until it was time to go pick our pumpkins. Well, sorry, man. Try going on just your cell data if you can. In hindsight, I probably should. I'm not going to highlight the rest of the mouths on these pumpkins because I might paint them white so I can do a little glowing effect on them. Oh! Well, shit. Sorry. Sorry about that. Come on. Alright, there we go. Sorry, it's been wanting me to update it, and I've just been telling it to kind of, piss off a little bit, so I think I'll just probably finally update it tonight so it can quit squawking at me. Yeah, my brother and I thought my dad walked on water then, when he managed to get pumpkins with our names carved on them. We thought it was pretty awesome. So needless to say, we still have a high bar as far as dads go in our own brains to live up to. So, just fun little story. Okay, well, hopefully that connection works better, war boy. Yeah, they were. Pretty awesome. Still are. Still being awesome parents for both me and my brother. So, again, even though we're out of the house, we still have a big legend, or you know what I'm trying to say, big legacy to live up to. Yep, he was my scoutmaster too. Went on high adventure camps together. And those were an absolute blast. How's this orange highlight looking on camera? Good? Bad? In between? Alright, sweet. Rancid. Alright, awesome. Oh, I know you're just messing with me. I would expect nothing less. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have done the white in these first. But I can come back and do that here in just a minute. I'll get the rest of the pumpkin stuff done. Now, what do you guys think? Should I have them all glowing yellow, or should I do different glowing effects? Because, since this is basically a pumpkin beholder, and all the beholders have different eye effects, and all these pumpkins look different, should I go for different glowing colors on them? Different? Alright. Yeah, Warboy, you probably get along fairly well with Kiko. He's one of my friends from high school. Actually, he was more my brother's friend, but then he became my friend. So they at least were closer in age. Yes, it will. So, again, we'll keep going around doing... Yeah, I think I told you the story of his assassin with how he had to study. Because it said you had to study a target for, what was it, at least a minute? I'd say red, yellow, green, blue, and maybe purple for the eyes. Okay, because yeah, I think I was thinking of going yellow for the main eye, and then varying it up. Yeah. Oh yeah, 3 rounds. 3 rounds, and he said, I study my target. And would just pant and pet his own face for 3 rounds. And then his calling card. What was it? Was it a left wooden clog on every kill? Because I remember it was a wooden clog. Yeah, I think it was left. Yep. Oh man, good old Kiko. Some of the best times at the table before I met Sojan were with him and my brother. A few with the X. Oh, hey, let's keep the pumpkins on camera, huh? Yes, whittling. Yeah, he had craft whittling. Yeah, details. Well, it was 3-5. You had to have those skills in order to do that stuff. Otherwise, it was all for naught, and you ought to know that, Sojan. Mr. My gold half-dragon fighter paladin snapped the neck of a red dragon. Oh yes, and it was sandwich, not sandwich, sandwich. There is a difference. The moistest of cutlets. Come on, somebody play the sound. Thank you, Kiko. I knew I could count on you. You should have enough points. You've been watching for so long that you should have enough points for... There you see, even Balt GM does. Thank you. He hasn't been watching near as long as you, Warboy. You have no excuse. Spent them all?
Hey, phrasing!
I'm saving most of mine. ... for later. Oh, sounds ominous. Am I being studied for more than 3 rounds, Kiko? I see it up here, and you know that. Yeah, they are. Yep. Uber says, Mom says these are as good as the ones we used to carve. Yeah, we used to have these little carve kits where we would actually punch out patterns. They would actually photocopy them. We'd tape them over the pumpkin. We'd punch them out. We had little carving saws and everything where we would carve out the pumpkins. And for some reason, I was always a glutton for punishment with that wizard almost most years. At least for a few years I was. Yeah, I'm sure she'll get a kick that you're actually watching here too, bud. Pay no mind, Kiko. Or, I mean, Warboy. It was. Shows that I had the attention to detail for this kind of stuff even back then. But yours were always good, too. Actually, everybody's were always good. You, Spoonies, Moms. Yeah, Uber's my dad. Uber Duber. Now we just need is Johnny Bird here. It's the whole family. Oh yeah, Uber and Warboy is Willie. Just FYI. I won't say your full name, I'll just say that name. They should remember who you is. Okay, well, let's... I got most of these done. At least done enough for right now. So, let's get some white paint in a bunch of these eye peeps. Oh, almost forgot. And I'll hydrate. And since I saw him here, I have a Swedish fish. Because why the hell not, right? Sorry, I have a few files because I was working on a pinning project for some of the other Inferno Squad troopers. Yes, I said Swedish fish. Saying its flavor of Swedish fish is red, and I agree with her. Yeah. It's red and cherry. And any road trip. Because while Uber and I went to ReaperCon, I had to, at some point, get some Swedish fish and some Sour Patch Kids for the road trip. Because why the hell not, right? Oh yeah, okay, Kiko, what you should do is you should go and read the reviews of the sugar-free Haribo gummy bears. Yes, yes. Delay Capture was on it too. The sugar-free ones. That's like comedy gold. Somebody wrote a review of how it just tore them up. It's weird that Swedish fish get better the older and staler they are. Not really, and you kind of have to hit that. There's even like a golden zone there too, where they're just old enough that they're just stale enough, and then they're still awesome. It's like kimchi. Yeah. Back in a sec, need water. My own Swedish fish now. Yep. Yeah, because just so other people would know, like, Sojan and I could sit down with, like, a party bag of Swedish fish and demolish them ourselves. Kind of became the staple for us at the gaming table. Well, still is. But way back in the day when we were gaming more, we had them more. And yes, I don't care if I go a little overboard on painting these white. I'll go back and touch up with the oranges. It's always a thing within our group. Yep, it was. Like, nobody can really say no to Swedish fish. welcome back. Bald GM, do they have Swedish fish? You're in Denmark, right? Or is it the Nether? Or yeah, I'm horrible at remembering. It's like eating one chip. You just can't. A little closer than you are. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I know you're a little closer to Sweden than I am. So I should hope you'd have Swedish fish. And here's where we blow Kiko's mind. Oh, these teeth look like candy corn. Bleh. Just thinking about what fish do they mean? So you asked me the question, it's the candy. Sorry, I had my first coffee of the day. No, dude, I totally get it. And I know I'm kind of all over the place a little bit. Oh, hello, Michael Mordor. Nice of you to stop by, bud. Hail to the king. Next thing you're going to tell me is Mars bars come from Mars. You came in on an interesting topic, Michael, where we're blowing my buddy Kiko's mind that Swedish fish are actually from Sweden. Now he's going, so are Mars bars actually from Mars? Oh, and Michael, just so you know, Uber Duber is my dad in chat. So we both have that in common too, where our dads come in and sit in on our streams from time to time. Yep, we got the best dads ever. Yeah, and I'll retell the story quick too. My dad actually, when we were growing up, we had a quarter-acre lot, and he would grow pumpkins for us. And he would go out and pick pumpkins for me and my brother, and carve our names into them. And then later on, he said, "Oh, you got to go out and pick your pumpkin because they have your names on them." And we never knew that he did that. And there was these old scarred names of both me and my brother on 2 pumpkins. Okay, 1 acre lot. But yeah, there's old scarred names on 2 pumpkins for me and my brother, and we just thought my dad was magic at that point. Okay, so should I make this big eye yellow? Yeah, that looks really cool now. And now I'll make them glowing. So what do you think, Sojan? Should I make this big eye yellow? Yeah, so he could carve it on the pumpkins. Easily. Well, if I paint it yellow, I should probably paint it brown first, because then the yellow would go over easier on that. Ooh, and I just thought I need to make these teeth look as close to pumpkin seeds as possible, just because it would be fun. Trying to think, yellow or green. Okay, so I am going to make the vine green, too. One big old brown eye. Minus 10 points, Warboy. Deep Moist is out of stock. Alright, let me play it. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Delay Capture. Back when I lived on the farm, never had pumpkins, could not afford to buy them, so my mom would give me turnips instead and try to carve a turnip with a freaking spoon. Yeah, low-hanging fruit there. So what do you think? Yellow for this then, Sojan, since this is pretty much going to be yours anyways? You have to explain the concept of a brown eye to your maester. You brought that on yourself. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. I think... This ought to work good for starting yellow. Oh! Dang it! Later. Do it later. Definitely going to take care of that later tonight. Alright. Sorry about that. Really nice size Halloween miniature. Yeah, it's from the core set of Bones 5. So we'll get this XV88 over the eye. On the palette, thin it down a little bit. Yep, and I actually have this one to paint, and I have one of my own to paint. So this is actually for Sojan. He's like my miniature pusher. Hooks me up with all of the cool minis. Actually, I should even show you some of the stuff he bought while he was at Dragon Con. Yep. Alright. Well, while that's drying, yeah, maybe I'll show those off just a little bit. So, hold up. So he got these at a 3D mini printing stand. And the first one is a Storm Giant, which actually, you know what? Let's take these out. These are all 3D prints. Very nice detail. And then here's the base for it. Because as Michael says, no miniature is complete without a base. And there's this fantastic Baylor. By the way, all us mini painters with wheels on the chairs never actually leave the chair. Just zoom around the house like Daleks. Yep. But yeah, look at all the skulls on this bad boy. Yeah. But you know I'll be in trouble though the day I start just going exterminate. It's a really cool Baylor. And then need a plunger and a paint roller. Yep. Then a Hydra. Which again, very, very nice. And then this one, which actually I have aspirations for this one. So Jan, just so you know. So here is a Clockwork Hydra. And I may challenge myself a bit on this one and kind of go for I'll kick myself for saying this on camera, but I'll go for it. Is do like Hellboy and the Golden Army look, where they have like the molten core on this and then golden brass everywhere else. So that may be a hell of a challenge on this, but yeah, I was just kind of thinking about how to paint some of these, and that just kind of, it was literally in the shower. I was kind of thinking about, yeah, that's how much I think about miniature painting, is while I'm in the shower, I'll think about how to paint certain miniatures. Okay, so here's where I have all of my fluorescent stuff come into play. So yeah, actually I could do a fluorescent yellow on that and just paint that white. So maybe I paint over that quick. Yeah, that one did come out not too bad actually. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yep. At least you all know me here and know that's normal. Yeah, the remake. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Okay, and excuse me while I stand up. Yeah, you have the third dimension is on the box. Okay, so I have for my fluorescent paints. Yes, the Dalek stand. Well, because I couldn't reach. If you've seen how I have my paints, you know I couldn't reach. So I have a fluorescent yellow, fluorescent green, orange, blue, red, and purple. So nice wide variety. Maybe I'll just go ahead and start slapping some of these around on some of these and see how they turn out. Yeah, because I think the white paint is dry except for here, which I'll have to touch that up again. So, which one do we start with? I say let's start with fluorescent blue. And so the fun thing with these fluorescents, they're from Green Stuff World, they work really good over just a white base coat, and then they really pop. Because if any of you remember the Death Guard that I painted, they had the really bright glowing eyes. That was just a dot of white paint underneath, and then like this fluorescent red. So hopefully, mind you, these should, yeah, and these, here, let me bring my wet palette, and these are more like, they're almost like a wash with how liquidy they are when they come out. So yeah, again, I'll be informative as I go along here. All right, well, let's start with this guy. He will have fluorescent blue eyes, mouth, and nose. New stuff will be getting better with every year. New goodies to buy. You're a mushroom monster, dude. I'm losing you as far as which one you're talking about there, Warboy. So then just leave this. And you know what? We'll do a little bit over here to kind of give more of the outward glowing effect. Just a little bit. And yeah, there's kind of how that blue one will look. So I'll kind of go around, and again, kind of like the, actually this is a fluorescent from Game Color. So we'll see how this one turns out. Because this one works a little different from the Green Stuff World ones. As you can see, yeah, this comes out more like an actual paint. Oh, and the tree elemental, that was Tesseract Glow, which, thank you for reminding me, I will probably actually use that on some. Oh, and, yeah, and Hexwraith Flame. Maybe some Nighthawk Bloom, too. Thank you for reminding me of those, Warboy. But, let's see how this fluorescent yellow will look on this pumpkin. And at any point, so Jan, if you don't like any of these colors, speak up. Dude, what did you use on that God of War for the fire effect? You mean on that, war miniature? Or that diorama from, ReaperCon? That was just another painter, and that was just like a series of, oranges to a very bright white. Actually looks pretty good. Yeah, the Darksiders guy. Okay. Let's do purple. Yeah, it is. Might have to use a little bit more of that. Michael's not the painter of that war diorama. Just so you know. Let's... There we go. Shaker busted loose. Yeah, that's the thing, though, with these fluorescents, though, is they settle horribly. Yeah, the effect was done with just layering. Like, he went from, like, a orange to a white. With very thin layers. And he might have even used some fluorescent paints like this. And I'll just knock stuff off my desk, alright? Sound cool? Cool with everybody else? There we go. Yes, effects like that are done with just layering. Which Michael's done quite a bit of, too, so... Ooh, this purple's looking good. And you know what? We'll just... But. Oh, that is wicked. I really like that one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that purple looks really good. Making me want to paint my pumpkin tree. Going to have to save it for the Halloween show. Yeah, well, I figured I'd at least get one done before Halloween, so that way I could display it then. But hey, I always have another one we could paint together if you wanted. I would not be able to do it near as fast as you. Alright, yeah, you want the green next? We'll do the green next, Warboy. And yes, this green will be a lot like the yellow. Yeah, this fluorescent green from Vallejo. Good color in theory, but it always it always looks chunky. Like it's not a very good paint to deal with. Actually, we get some flow improver. Probably just a dab of that in there. Not really. Not really, Warboy. Or at least it hasn't. Since a few of us have had kids. Okay, I think the flow improver actually really helped that out. I think. Or maybe I'm just saying it does in the hopes that it worked. Okay. use that Vallejo fluorescent green and yellow just for highlighting greens and yellows. Yeah, and that would give you like the most pop for a fire effect. Okay, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. So yeah, if you would want Sojan, I could either do here the new Halloween spot is Johnny Bird. Yeah, let's go to my brother's and get smashed for Halloween. Yeah, so would you like the big eye to be green? Or I could do green with the yellow iris. I may touch up that white again. Okay. I am willing to fart around with anything just to try to see if it'll work. Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's try this fluorescent orange. Just to see how it looks next to the pumpkins, and if I have to change it, I'll change it. Neat, I see how that like shakes my camera too while I'm doing that. Need to use the pokey tool I got from ReaperCon. It's a pirate pokey tool. I bet you all wish. This is your first peek at the fluorescent purple? No, I think I've farted around with it before for some other stuff. Yeah. Alright, let's see how fluorescent orange looks on an orange. Alright, good night, Uber. Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it. Oh, you will someday, Michael. Okay. What do you think of the orange? Wow, that doesn't really. Huh. It looks better in person than it does on camera. I will say that much. Yeah, maybe I'll just tighten up the purple on this, or the oranges around here. Yeah, I don't know if I like that orange on orange. I'll let it dry overnight and see what I think of it. Alright, and last but certainly not least, the Fluorescent Red. Yeah, I agree with you there, Warboy. And we'll see just how good this red does. The red is almost more of a pink color when it's dried. Well, you can always watch his streams afterwards. And that's what I do, I'll be honest. I'll fire it up at the middle of work. And if I have to do work, well, I have to do work. Michael's just happy to have people there to heckle him and maybe make him stab himself with a pokey tool. Alright. What do you think of the focus? What do you think of the red? Yeah, it's not easy to watch friends streaming when they're across the pond, as it were. Okay, so if we're gonna go with yellow on here, yellow and blue, or do you want a yellow eye and a blue iris on the main eye? Drop in the silent observer style next chance I get. Forgive me if I don't engage, though. Okay, so let's get... Let's see... I think green with a blue iris. Okay. Cool, cool. Alright, so I'm going to put a purple right here. Yeah, it really does. Little tips and tricks that you learn along the way. Jeff and I are going to be doing a special show together very soon. Yeah, we're actually going to try and do a double stream where we both paint the same miniature, but then show how we do it in our own unique styles. Okay, so if I'm going green with a blue iris, oh, let's just get the green on now. Yeah, really all about the flare. And at least the 87 pieces of flare, right? Yeah, see, here's the problem with this green is that it comes across as chunky. Which, it's great for small areas, but then the second you try to put it over a large area, kind of falls to shit. Pardon the language, but... maybe I'll kind of make it look ectoplasm-y. Give it that extra creepy look. But yes, the fluorescent from Game Color, perfect for highlights. Not really great if you're covering a large area. So, word to the wise there. Oh, yes. What do you think? At least that definitely needs to dry. Hear me swearing last night on Twitch from... I actually missed that because I got a call while I was at work, so I missed it. You just kind of need to slap a mature warning on things then. Okay. You can, but adults on streams don't get... Adults only... No, they don't. They really don't. Okay, so... Alright. I'd love to do the Tesseract Glow, but then that's going to be too much green along in here. So... Unless you want me to put it down here. Well, whole of my gold paint went all over. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm going to do at least the yellow right here. Okay, so do you want me to do like a Tesseract Glow here? It's like a... It's basically the color like the Necron's glowing effect, Sojan. Oh, hey, and I see I've been going for over an hour and 14 minutes. But hey, you know what? I'll finish all of these and probably call it a good spot to end for the night. Okay, cool. But I'm going to have to shake for a little while because here's how separated the Tesseract Glow gets. Okay, so maybe to kind of help tie things a little bit together. Alright, so I'm going to do Tesseract Glow here, and then I'll do blue over here, so that way I kind of have some of the colors across from each other, except for this little weird corner right here. Yeah, I noticed that like halfway through me shaking things all the time. Then it makes things look kind of weird. But that's why I have to stare deep in you guys' eyes to keep you locked in time. I do that as a favor to you guys. I don't do that as a bit. I do that to save all of you. Okay, so... And yeah, even though I'll have blue on the eye... Okay, would you want blue here, or would you want red here, Sojan? Okay. Yes, make the candy corn red to remind us that it's death and that we don't touch it. And we'll wick away a little bit here and there. Okay. So, definitely need to let this green dry overnight so that way I can do a little bit of something with the fluorescent blue, which will be interesting trying to do the fluorescent blue. Actually, it might not be... No, I can make this work. I'll mix it with a little bit of white so that way it actually has a little bit of consistency. I've heard that candy corn with peanuts tastes like a salted nut roll. Yeah, probably not far from the truth, but in general, I tend to dodge away from candy corn. Yep. Or like my brusman, every year he goes, "Oh look, candy corn." Takes a bite of it and just goes, "Damn it! I remember now why I don't like this." And it's every year, and he knows this. So anyways, here's where we'll leave off. Instead of doing the glowing effect, I might just tighten this up a little bit with the oranges again. Yeah, you might. Depends on when we all get together. Yeah, it is his troll magic firing back on him, and he and he deserves every bit of the backfire on that. So, yeah. Honestly, really good progress tonight. Nice highlights that we got done on the Overgourd itself, and then getting the eyes done. That was a big thing right there. So, yeah, good stuff, good stream. You guys made me not even realize that I had been going for almost an hour and 20 minutes. So, good on you guys. And Michael and Ball GM, thank you so much for swinging by my stream. I appreciate it immensely, you guys. Well, and thank you for helping add to the entertainment, guys. Yeah, so yeah, good night, good morning to all, and unless there are any other questions at all. Okay. Yep, yep, good stream, yeah. Unless there's any other closing comments or anything like that, I will catch you all on Wednesday, and Michael and I will keep you in the loop when we do our double stream together at some point, because it will be epic. So, all right. Well, without any other further ado, people, have a good evening, and just remember to keep painting.